All right, let's just not waste any time here. Get started with the recap. So, all right, today I was red yesterday, 500. Today I'm down 1800, and a good chunk of that loss came really just now, as you know it just speaks to how quickly things can get out of hand if you don't cut your positions. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to have this big of a loss, just given that very quickly on the day I was down very quickly, and there were multiple moments where I could have gotten out. I could have cut my losses today many times. There were many times I could have cut positions and had them had gotten away from the day, like not unscathed, but with a loss that I could sit with a little bit easier. Brandon, yeah, today was tricky. So it was tricky, but it wasn't tricky, and the reason I say that is because really, if you got today right directionally, and that's why this stream is called Directionally Troubled, because that's how I feel today, is directionally troubled. It was very clear early on that there was in all likelihood going to be a bounce in the NASDAQ right off the open. We got this surge in the NASDAQ, and that's kind of where I went wrong. You can see the daily candle today in the NASDAQ. And the reason I look at the NASDAQ is because those are the stocks that I trade typically move with the NASDAQ, and that was the case today. And anyway, it's tough because while we did open the day like down here, and I'm looking at futures. So if you look at the ETF or whatever, it'll show a big green candle like this. But if you look at the futures, it'll show like this. So we really opened down here toward that low on the NASDAQ right here. We opened up, so we were just kind of getting this move in pre-market, and so just with that move, take a look. So this is the open right here at 9:30, right? You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 green candles, but look at the grand scheme of this move down in the NASDAQ. It's really a nothing burger. So, but look at what stocks were doing, pre-market. They were curling up pre-market. A lot of these names. Neo, you can see here just before the market opened, curling up. So, my thinking was these stocks look a little bit too eager off the jump to get going and start bouncing, just given that the NASDAQ is so battered and bruised, and it's really this is really this is like a 40-point move on the NASDAQ, which is really nothing. So I turned out to be wrong on it. So let's go over the trades, and obviously I'm taking my biggest hit on Neo, but Palantir, this was one that I went after later on in the day, and it was never going to be this big of a loss until after hours. So anyway, it's just really unfortunate because I just obviously I traded terribly today, but on top of that, it really is the lesson of, like, if you don't cut your positions, you're giving your trade more time to go against you. Yeah, you lost as well, Danny. Yeah, yeah. So it sounds like most people had a losing day today, which is ironic because stocks went up today. I mean, these stocks, the Three Musketeers, it's just so frustrating, man, because you see, if you've been watching me the last 3 days, you know that, like, I've been trying to go long on these stocks, Neo, Palantir, Plug Power. These are the stocks that I like to trade, and I've been trying to go long on them the last 3 days. Today, of course, was a great day to go long on these stocks, up 9%, Plug Power up almost 18%. So, and then Neo, of course, up 1.5% as well. So this was a great day to go long on those stocks, and it just sucks because I found myself, ironically short like all day. And really, there's no excuse for that, and sadly and unfortunately and embarrassingly, the reason for it is because I jumped in short very quickly off the open, found myself falling behind very quickly, and then that kind of set the tone for the rest of the day, where I was trying to play catch up with my short positions, trying to average down, trying to get it to move in my direction, looking for a reversal in the NASDAQ, which of course we never got. Given the fact that I was short on multiple stocks, one of which had a 9% day, and it was short, big size on both of them. An $1,800 loss day is really bad, really, really bad, but it could have been worse. So it feels stupid to say that, but it is true. Okay, without any further ado, let's go into the trades and investigate what happened here. So again, really quickly off the open, it was clear that stocks were strong. You click anywhere and you see stocks surging up off the open, but really I thought it was a pump fake. I thought it was a fake out, and I thought we were gonna come back down, just because of how the context and the if you zoom out, you see the NASDAQ is so weak. But I suppose I was a fool for that, because anytime a stock is gapping down this much, the bias is going to be for a gap fill, which most stocks did that today. Palantir, I mean, look at this day. Palantir also had earnings, so that's another catalyst. But anyway, with NEO here, I shorted 1,000 shares, so I took big size, and then I abandoned my plan. So my plan was to stop out above 33.17, above this high. That was my plan. Well, I abandoned that plan, and I didn't stop out, and it's embarrassing. I should have, but I let it go, and I didn't realize how quickly this stock was moving. Look at this candle, 32.92 to 33.60. That's a 70-cent candle. So 1 minute into the trade, I'm down $700. That's just ridiculous. That is just ridiculous. And besides that, look at this. I carry this position all the way up, looking for, I'm basically telling myself it's still early on in the day. There's still plenty of time. But this stock hit a high of 34.45 right here, at which point you can calculate I'm down over $1,400 on the trade. Just ridiculous. I had a very good, right here I had the discipline to stop out right here at 34.49. So with that, I was down on the trade, on the stock, down over 14.50 on it. So I guess I ended better off than I did when I stopped out of it right here. I jumped right back in short at 82. So I skipped about 30-40 cents here. Shorted 82, took profit 60, 42, 21. So nice kind of recovery on this trade down here as it comes down. I had a nice short making some back. I took a lot of the profit early on. Here it came down. I should have grabbed more down here. This is like 50 cents lower. I think I was trying to hang on and really, get it lower so that I could, try to fight my way back green on this stock somehow. It pops up. I double down. I had 400 short at this point. I added another 400. Now I'm short 800. Pops up a little bit. Comes right back down. So nice. I'm making money now on my add as well. Taking profits 1, 2, 50, 50, and that's all I'd get. Here it came down, touched 42. I got 100 out here. So at this point, short 800. 700, 600, 500, 400, and then that last 400 shares, I held on, and if I had just cut the darn position, above 34.30, that would have been great. I would have recovered a lot. At this low right here, I remember I was down, I think $450 on this stock. I mean, that's bad, but it's not really. I mean, that's a normal size loss for me. So, it just sucks that, I, of course, didn't want to let it go, and I thought, I don't know what I thought. I was being stupid. I added to the position here, 300, trying to just, basically, just fight my way somehow back in that was actually a decent ad. Took some profit right here at 64. I mean, look at my ads, and my take profits are really great. It's just my original entry that just gets me in trouble, and I'm just on the wrong side of the trade, right? The side you should be on is long. So when you're short on a stock that's so strong like this, it just becomes really, you're fighting an uphill battle. And on this one, not only was it green, it had relative strength, I noticed throughout the day. And so here, I mean, you see, I get the bottom candle here, the bottom candle here on my take profits. Like, really great trading, great precision on that. It's just the wrong side of the trade. And I had to stop out on this, and after hours, I had 500 shares left. That I stopped out at 96. So I'm taking a $1,000 loss here. Oh brother, just bad, just really bad. So of course I would have been better off if I had just cut my loss as it came up through here. I mean, the damage really would have been, it would have been nothing. 33.03. Stopping out at 33.17, that's a $140 loss. I mean, that's negligible. So I don't know why. I don't know. I have nothing to say. Lost 1.5K on Palantir, end of day, short biased. Well, we're about to get to that, because I did too. Funny thing, I entered around 11:55. And I entered around 11:55. Well, let's take a look at Palantir, because this is the other one I traded and lost a bunch on too, and this one I shorted as well. Huge mistake. So I'll tell you exactly why I shorted this stock, okay? And this isn't going to sound good. It makes me sound like a terrible trader, but unfortunately it's the truth, and I have to be completely honest. The reason that I shorted this, well, first of all, I thought that it was kind of topping out at I saw this high here. I saw it was kind of consolidating at this spot. I thought we could get a gradual fade down in. That's what I was going for, and I thought that could work out. And if the Nasdaq was weak, that might have happened if the Nasdaq had turned around. So those are kind of the elements of this short that aren't maybe so bad. But here's the truth of it. I knew that at this point, taking this short, I was in NEO, but I was only short like 500. Well, it's only 500, but I was short like 500 shares in NEO, and I knew, I'm looking at like how far NEO has to come down for me to like, get to certain P&Ls on the day. And so what was my thinking? Well, my thinking was, if NEO goes down, Palantir's going to go down, and I don't like to, well, not necessarily, but they do some, they're similar in some ways. But anyway, the point is, I don't like to have one trade that goes, like, I wouldn't want to go long Tesla and then short NEO. Like, I wouldn't want to go long and short two different names in the same sector and that move with the same index, because then your trades are clashing heads. So you have to do your analysis and figure out which way do you think things are going to go, and then you can hammer it in that direction, right? So that was me attempting to do this, trying to hammer it back down and trying to get multiple stocks, trying to kind of leverage by expanding my share size across different stocks. Of course, it didn't work out. I actually wasn't at my computer when this happened here, but you can calculate 1982 to over 2022 puts me down over 400 right here at this high. But again, I wasn't watching it, and by the time I came back and was looking at my position again, it was already coming back down here, and I thought, wow, it's retracing a lot. Let's continue here. And guys, look, right here at 1961, I'm up over $200 on the trade. This is 20 cents on 1,000 shares, a $200 green. I mean, if you flip this from down 700 to up 200, my day becomes, like down 800 on the day, which is bad, but not nowhere near as bad as where I'm at right now. So anyway, I grabbed a measly 100 shares there as, again, what's my thinking here? I'm trying to get this even lower. I'm getting greedy, right? Because of my P&L. My P&L is driving my decisions here, and the reason I'm only taking 100 shares is because I'm down more on the day and I need it to go lower. So again, not good trading there. I needed to take more shares out. And then for the next, hour or two, hour and a half, it was building this triangle. Oops. And anyway, it was breaking down here, 1980. It touches my break even right there. Could have gotten out. Nope. I did not. It pops up. All of a sudden I'm down 200, 300. Adding to the position, 300 shares short at 23. In the money briefly, pops up to 30, back down to 07, and then closing at 21. And then I held the position in after hours. And here in this consolidation, I was looking at about roughly a $250 loss on the stock, because I added here at 23 and it was consolidating around 13. So it's actually in the money $30 or so on these 300 shares, or I was in the money 10 cents on 300 shares, which is $30. So anyway, not much there, but at least I was in the money on that ad for a while. Anyway, all right, check this out. So I was down about 250 there on it. And at this point, before the close, let me say this first. At this point, before the close, Palantir hits that low, and Neo before the close kind of touches down here. At that point on the day, I remember I was down, I think, less than 900 on the day. I was probably down around 900 on the day at that exact point. So again, that's a spot where I could have, gotten away, and I'd have half the loss that I have right now. But in my defense, I did not see this coming on Palantir. I really did not see this coming. So, but again, I should have stopped out, and that's my mistake. But I don't even know what to say. But anyway, it was consolidating. It was really just a matter of like, okay, I'm going to take out the rest of my shares, la-di-da. Let's see if it can break lower. But I wasn't even thinking about, this thing all of a sudden getting volume and starting to move, which it did. And all of a sudden, my, I don't even know, guys. I didn't even know I could take this many shares, but I guess it makes sense. But all of a sudden, I was short another 1,200. So leading up to this point, I was already short 1,200 because I've got 1,000, cover 100, so that's 900, and then short 300, so that's 1,200. Then I doubled it. Just crazy. And 60, which 2060, I could have gotten a better price. And but this was really just me looking for, the pop and then the drop. I mean, even when stocks move up, you can find spots to short them when they're extended. But even here, I didn't get the best price. It continued to hit a high of 78. It did come down here to 51. I was thinking about it. I was like, wow, I'm in the money at 51. I'm in the money 9 cents on 1,200 shares, which is not bad. Anyway, the point is I didn't get out there. This was all just choppy action. For a second here, I thought it was going to make even another high where I was going to really just face palm. But anyway, I ended up getting out in here because I just thought, look, it's over. It's over. So anyway, yeah, that's the story of how I had a short bias today and never abandoned it, and I traded very stubbornly. And anyway, every trader I know had a red day today. It was rough, which doesn't make any sense. So Jonathan, you are saying that as well. Was Alex red today? I'm sure you know. If he was, I'd be interested to hear about that. But that's crazy. It doesn't make sense to me that every trader should. If you're green, put it in the chat, because I just feel like I don't even know what to say. But guys, I mean, it's as simple as this, guys. When a stock is strong, don't I don't know. I want to say don't go short when a stock is strong, but unfortunately, it's not even that, right? It's not even that. I'm not upset with my short here. I'm not. What I'm upset about is the fact that I didn't stop out. Because the fact that I didn't stop out right here led to the fact, the entire, catastrophe that today was. Just a small decision like that a split second decision. It was a split second decision. I canceled the order, split second. The stock ripped up, came through. I was like, that's it. I missed it. So I got to hold on, and that it's as simple as that. Right here, look, 33.28. I even had an opportunity here to just get out on this dip, but of course I didn't. But guys, 33.03. Imagine I go long instead of short. That's 1 minute later up, up $600. 2 minutes later up $700, right? 5 minutes later, 800, 900, 1,400 up here. I mean, obviously I'm going to be taking profits along the way, but if I had just, gone long, today, all things is like, vast majority of the time, I take this trade long, I'm green on the day, like finishing green on the day, He was red, and Ross Cameron. Yeah, I know Ross was red. But again, those guys being red really has nothing to do with me being red, because they trade small caps, and, these are mid caps, and small caps. I feel like on a day like today, I really would not want to be trading small caps on a day like today. Just because if you get, today in the market is what we call a trending day, okay? Where stocks trend to, are very directional, and they trend in a direction. Today, stocks trended up. Today was a big reversal day in the NASDAQ. You click around, look, you see Roblox up 21% today, but 4%, 21%, 8%, 3%. Most stocks were green today. It's interesting that the SPY, still finished red. Apple finished red, but for the most part, those NASDAQ names were very strong today. So given that, why would you want to be trading small cap stocks when you could just simply go long and let the trade work for you? Today I was on the wrong side of it, but I'm kicking myself because obviously the opportunities to go long were fantastic. So I don't know. I feel like on a day like today, you got to opt into these mid cap stocks because, this is a 9% day in Palantir, a 18%. Guys, if you had gone long off the open, imagine you buy this dip 1847 on plug. How it's really just a game of how long can you keep your shares on for. This stock only went up today, right? It didn't go down at all. So anyway, that's all I have to say about that. But this is a trending day, and the worst thing you can do on a trending day is be short off the open for the whole day, and that's exactly what I did. So whatever. So, all right, with today's loss, zooming out, I was red yesterday, 500, red today, 1,800. So combined, that's $2,300 of loss in the last 2 days, which puts my drawdown at 2,300 off my all-time highs. So tomorrow, the focus is to stop the bleeding and just have a green day. That's the goal, is have a green day. Lost days like this are, they suck. They totally suck. But, the way I like to think about it is this is going to be a fun challenge to dig myself out of. And if you guys have been tuning into my recaps and have been familiar with me and my channel and all this, I've had way worse losses than this. I've had over double this loss in a single day. And each and every time I've dug my way back. Yes, it's taken weeks sometimes. The bigger the loss, the harder it is to fight your way back. But the best thing that you can do is see the sun rise again. And I don't mean, that sounded so cliche and cringy, but all I mean by that is I'm breathing a big sigh of relief that although I traded terribly today and didn't get out of the trades where I wanted to, and I had moments today where I was, had opportunities to get out and literally thought in my head and knew I should be getting out here, but I'm not going to do it because I'm a stubborn bastard. Even despite that, I know that tomorrow I will have a clear mind, and that the P&L will be reset. Of course, there will be a little bit of emotional baggage involved with, today being such a big red day. I feel like maybe I have that urge to fight my way back again or whatever. But at least for me, when I wake up in the morning and I see a new day or whatever, I can have the wherewithal to trade more cautiously and be hands off for, and it's just a new day, and that's exciting. So I will greet the challenge just like I have every other time before. And again, I've been down more than double this in a drawdown. My biggest drawdown is $4,800, and it took me a while to make that back, but I did make it back. And let's actually, while we're talking about this, this is just going to be really quick, but let's take a quick gander here at the trader view. So this will show you all my drawdowns. So here's that 4,800 I'm talking about, and I've been there twice, and basically 3 times. I've made it back every single time. So again, my drawdown here is going to be 2,300. So I'll be like down here. That's bad. That's bad. But my goal is to just get right back up, and I want to be spending as much time at this line as possible. So yeah, it's a bummer that I didn't get to spend more. I'm bummed for sure. But you just got to get back. You just got to get back in there. And certainly I don't want this to turn into another $4,800 drawdown. So let me read some of these comments. Shorts were being squeezed till they popped under pressure. I'm not really sure what you're talking about. There wasn't really any short squeeze today. Oh, I didn't really finish going over all my trades today. I had a when you're talking about short squeeze, this is what you got me thinking about this. And I chased it, and I knew I was chasing it. I wanted to chase it. I saw this volume come in. I saw this squeeze. I knew it was AMC. There's like 40% short interest on this thing. I didn't know if there was news or what was going on with it. I jumped right in at 23. It hit a high of 32. I couldn't believe it. I flipped away. I looked at like Neo for a second. I flipped back, and this stock had like dumped all the way back down. So I just got out. I was like, well, that's a bummer. Just another $86 of loss there. So anyway, just whatever. I don't even know what to say about that. But if it had squeezed to $11, $12, I know that sounds crazy, but we've seen crazier things with GameStop and AMC, honestly. So if it had, it would have been a nice winner. So whatever. I just decided to try it. I did notice IHT today, which it halted multiple times going up. I did take a quick trade on this and made $50 on it. When I saw I was up $50 on it, once I got in, I was like, I don't like the way this is trading. I mean, you look at these candles, it's just so choppy. I just don't get the appeal with small caps, man. Like, look at this action. It's just really, it's excruciating. Obviously, catching this move here would have been amazing, but it's hard. So, I do think if I had seen it here, I actually might have been able to catch it. This is such a classic setup, right? The initial push, the consolidation, the pullback, and then the plateau. I've talked about this before, the plateau. That's the moment before, that's like right when you want to get in. At that plateau stage, you got to jump in. And you think I'm making this up off the top of my head, but no. This is a vintage setup right here. You see it all the time. There was a recap I did a while ago. Again, I don't trade small caps very often, but there was a recap I did a while ago where I made, it was a good trade on OCGN that I had. It looked a lot like this, but it was kind of right off the open. Not right off the open, but it was, it did the same thing. It had an initial squeeze, pullback, like consolidation, pullback, and then the plateau, and that's where I got in, and it was a nice trade. But that trade was on OCGN, but not really what you're thinking. OCGN has been a crazy name the last few days, but I'm actually talking about it not in this whole fiasco, but back here I think it was somewhere. Anyway, so that's a digression. So let's see that. Okay, so that was it. Those were the 4 stocks I traded. Again, just a nasty day. And let me read some more. So, smashing that like button. Thank you, Gary. I appreciate you, Gary. I hope I lost more than all of you guys today. But I just love that you guys are all here and let me know how you did. And, I love that I can be transparent with you guys. I consider myself a good trader, but it's definitely days like these that make me question that a lot. So, um, it's like it's so simple. I can just say so confidently what my issue is, and that's very easily. It's not stopping out of trades. It's as simple as that. Like there is no, again, all of today's. I was short all of today, and that was a result of the split-second decision not to stop out right here. Boom. That's it. That's literally today's entire, disaster comes from not stopping out of a trade where I had a lot of shares and the stock was moving quickly. So just whatever. Do I watch the VIX for indication of SPY, and where should you be entering? Where should you be entering with SPY? That's a question that no one has the answer to. But no, I used to watch the VIX. Yes, I did. But I don't really think it's necessary. If you're in a short position, you can just watch the SPY and watch the market and see if it's going up or down, and that's really all you need. And then you can use that to acknowledge relative strength or weakness. If you're watching the VIX, I mean, the VIX is a great thing to look at, but for me, I recently I don't have any need really to look at that. It's my first red day in over a month, so usually pretty stoked on small caps. Let's have a better day tomorrow, y'all. Yeah, I agree. Let's do it, man. I really hope that I can come back tomorrow and just be, cool, calm, and collected, and just, a decent red day, $300-400 would be splendid. So that would put me on the right track. 14K for me, no worries. I don't know what that means. AMC overtraded, algos trading, easy to get stopped out, indeed. Lost 2K on that position yesterday. What position? IHT, yeah. Sorry, it's because I don't read these when they come in. I ought to do that. I ought to read these right when they come in so they actually make sense to me. I took the correct entries on IHT, but my stops too close. Yeah, see, that's what's so tricky about the small caps and IHT today as well, is like, where do you put your stop? Because you're going to get chopped out, right? If you put it right there, you're going to get chopped out, and then you take a loss on it. But then if you set it, really far down, and maybe you don't get chopped out, but then if you get hit, you're taking an even bigger loss. So it's like, that's true with any stock, but with small caps especially, that is the case. But anyway, yeah. I think the approach with small caps is definitely the, Alex Winkler approach, which it's not even the Alex Winkler approach. It's just the right approach, which is to just buy dips. If you're on TOS, just buy dips. If you're trading small caps, buy dips. And yeah, you're gonna get burned once in a while, but I think more often than not, you're gonna make more money if you just buy dips than if you try to catch breakouts and chase stuff. I don't even know what you guys are saying. I don't know what that means. Not position, piece of. Piece, I don't know. I can't put it together. My brain is fried right now because I just lost basically $2,000. So, I feel like each time I lose this much money, it just gets easier and easier to lose this much money, which I think it's like a good thing and a bad thing. I think it's more of a bad thing. I can't even tell anymore. But I've had these lost days so many times that it's starting to like not even faze me, which I think is bad. You know what I mean? It's like it's not, that's not good. That's how you know that you're too comfortable. How long have I been trading? Almost a year. Almost a year now. I think I started last June or July. Um, so almost a year. And when I meet, so when you say how long have you been trading, it's a difficult question because how long have I been watching stocks and taking trades on stocks, any type of trade? Um, Almost 3 years. Yeah, almost 3 years. But trading, day trading, waking up every morning and trading equity every single day, almost a year. No, it's good. Emotionally detached from losses. Yeah, I mean, I guess. Yeah. The thing is that it's not, like the loss hurts just as much as it always has. The difference for me now is that I am just much more confident that I can make it back because my drawdown is 2,300 right now. I've had I've had an over $4,000 drawdown 3 times and made it all back each time. So, like, yeah, I wish I didn't keep having these drawdowns, right? Like, I wish my red days are way bigger than my green days. Like that's, and I don't even know. Like, my brain is so fried right now. Like, I'm in a place where it's like, is that a intrinsic issue with my trading, or is it just part of the way I trade and it's just part of the strategy, and that I just have these big bumps in the road, but then I have these stretches of like consistent green days, but then a big bump in the road? Like, obviously there's something I can do to like not to like stop having these big drawdowns and big losses, but at the same time, each time I have one, I'm able to make it back and then work into all-time highs once again. So over the long term, it's still profitable. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's just slow. I don't know. Just be consistently profitable. Yeah, easier said than done, Jonathan. What the hell? Why do you even say that? What's the point of that? Yeah, little advice in trading: just be consistently profitable. But anyway, yeah, about emotionally detaching from the losses, it definitely feels good. But again, it's just stemming more from the fact that I feel more confident that I can make this money back than I previously. Like, each time I lose this much and I make it back, it's like it's precedent for the fact that I can make it back. It's simple as that. I found it easier to not look at my P&L while I'm actively trading, so I'm not trading my P&L. Yeah, I guess that works, but again, the issue is if you're down on a trade, you're down on the trade, and you know how many shares you took, and you know what price the stock is. I mean, unless you can stop your brain from doing quick math, like, dude, you're not fooling your brain. Like, you're down, and you're down. You know when you're down big, and you know when you're not down big. So it's tough. I want to think that works, but I just am not so sure. You get to that point of wanting to get back to zero, and sometimes it's just best to shovel down after 3 bad trades. Yeah, but what do you do if you only have 2 bad trades? What do you do if you only have 2 bad trades? Yeah, just take smaller losses. Try to just work on stopping out quicker. It's been the best thing for me. Yeah, like, again, yeah. I mean, you've heard me say that that's my issue plenty of times before. The difference is that what I'm saying now is, easier said than done, right? I can say that as many times as I want. Again, it's easy for me to point out the issue with my trading. That's the easy part, right? It's easy to say, like, okay, rule is like stop out of trades. Right? That's my rule. Dude, that's worth nothing. You have to act on it, right? But I get your point. I'm not trying to say you're wrong. You're absolutely right. It's just up to me now to, carry that out. Have you tried using bracket orders in TOS? No, cancerous as hell. Don't want to even try it. You can adjust stop and take profit levels on chart. Dude, I don't. The thing is, I don't need it, and I just, they're clunky. I don't trust it. Honestly, I'm scared. I mean, I'm sure it works and it's great, but Um, the thing is, you can jerry rig your orders as much as you want, but at the end of the day, you're at where you're at in the trade. You got the price you got. You're in for the shares. You know, and just, as long as you execute your strategy, orders can help you execute your strategy, but they can't. You know, you can do everything you can with those brackets just with your mouse and I don't know. I don't know if I'm making sense, but it just seems like more work. I don't need it, I'm saying emotional detach as long as you're consistently profitable. Yeah, no, I get what you're saying. I'm just playing with you. And yeah, no, Gary, I totally agree. I think three strikes, you're out. I think that's a great way to do it. Totally. Are you taking partials on your winners? Yes, I do take partials, and I don't think of it as like, sometimes I do. It really depends. It just depends. Every trade is different. Sometimes I'll take, it just totally depends. I'll take as many shares out when I want, whenever, at what price I want. It's like every trade's different. I don't think like, I'm getting out half and then I'm getting out 3/4. I'm very much more fluid than that. I can take out, 21/57. I mean, I'm just BSing, but no, I do. The answer is yes, and I think that's great. Especially if it's a trending day. A trending day like today is a great day to take profits along the way and try to extend your profits as much as possible, and not try to be patient. And that's where recognizing what the market is doing, it can be really helpful too. Because if you see the market trending, right, you start getting to that afternoon period where it becomes very trendy. That afternoon period and lunchtime, the volume dissipates, but the consistency in price action actually increases. You get some stability there sometimes. The TOS bracket orders are very clunky. Yeah, that's my worry with it. Is like I'm just scared. I don't even want to try it because I think I probably have tried it, but yeah, I don't deny that for some people they can be helpful and they're probably a great tool, but I don't need it, so I'm just not gonna do it. But anyway, yeah, I don't mean to strike your guys' comments down. I totally agree with everything you guys are saying. I'm just I'm down $1,800, so. But I totally agree with the points you guys are making. You guys are making great points, and I hope I hope tomorrow that I hope tomorrow goes better for not just me but for all of you guys, because I know you guys are saying that most of you guys are red. So I hope tomorrow's green for all of us. But it just comes down to us and trying to be smart, trying to be precise, and yeah. But if you look at what the market did today, we can speculate that tomorrow will be a green day. Like if I just do, if I'm just looking at this chart and I'm not trying to be too fancy, I would say tomorrow's going to be a green day. But who the hell knows? I thought Neo was going to go down off the open and it didn't, so maybe I'm a fool. But anyway, nobody cares about gold and silver, but really a great $20 recovery on gold and silver finished green today, which was pretty cool. But anyway, all right, I'm droning out, but guys, just joined. You will learn and get better. Yeah, I'm constantly learning and getting better. That's the fun of it. Also, I think it's important to take big losses because when you prove you can get back from them, it builds confidence, and bigger losses in the future, you won't have as much. I totally agree. Assuming your winners are bigger, assuming your winners are bigger and more often than your losers. Well, unfortunately, my losses, my winners aren't bigger than my losses. Yeah, so I think that that's a problem. Am I active on Discord during the open? I was this morning. I'll be there tomorrow morning. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is my winners are smaller than my average winner is smaller than my average loser. And even still, I can fight my way back to green. And it's simple. I don't cut my losses, so I get big losers, and then on my winners I take profits, and so I've gotten better at taking my profits, not as quickly. I've actually gotten better at keeping my getting the most out of my trades. And when I look at this chart, right, and I can see where my trades are. I traded, like, the only thing I freaking did wrong was my initial entry here. I've got a great short here, great ad here, just the fact that I'm just not stopping out of my trades. Look, stop out here and go short, stop out here, take the loss, right? 200, like say $200 at worst, right here, stopping out. Then I wait, I've got a nice short, 1,000 shares, great. 34.82, nice price. Comes all the way down here, taking profits, then adding those shares back. That's bold. I don't usually do that, but I did here, and it worked. Awesome. Taking profits, and then as it curls back up and holds VWAP, I don't cut the rest of my shares, and that was my next big mistake. So that's what I should have done. So anyway, yeah, it really just comes down to not cutting my losses. I do that, and I'm golden. It's like I traded this as well as I could today, given the fact that I was on the complete opposite wrong side of the trade. Okay, anyway, I'm done, guys. I gotta stop looking at charts. I gotta do something else, and I'll be back tomorrow morning. Yeah, guys, join the Discord. The link to the server is in the description. I'll be in there tomorrow morning, and we can talk and see what's moving and whatever. Yeah, I look forward to it, and yeah, I want the best for you guys, and I hope you guys do well trading tomorrow, and I appreciate your guys' wisdom. I learn from myself as much as I learn from you guys, I think, and it's a journey for you, it's a journey for me, it's a journey for all of us, and we're all in it together. Oh, how sweet. Brackets help you always have that set stop loss and take profit level. Yeah, no, I understand that, right? But you can do it with brackets, or you can do it in your head. It's all, yeah, I agree. But having the physical stop definitely has its advantages. There's no question about that. But yeah, guys, I'll be back tomorrow morning. Join the Discord server. Do it. And yeah, hit the like button on this video, guys. If you did like this darn video, we're on almost 50 minutes on this stream. I really appreciate you guys all being here. And yeah, 1 like equals 1 let's be green tomorrow. Can't say no to that, can you? Come on. If you don't like the video, you're not going to be green. Oh, it's so evil of me. Ooh, it's so evil. But I don't know if you guys are superstitious. You guys probably aren't, because if you're superstitious and you're trading, then that's, I don't know. But come on, hit the like button and subscribe. I do these recaps every single day. I know I was a bit late today, but why was I late? Because I was cutting my darn loss on Palantir, which, wait, I don't even know what price it's at right now. But, okay, well, whatever. Alright, so Palantir, shake my head, can't believe it. Anyway, okay, that's it. I'm done. I'm walking away. I'm down what I'm down, and I'll just try to come back tomorrow and make a fraction of it back. So, alright, bye-bye, guys. I appreciate all of you. See you later.